So we haven't really changed our question over the whole time. We've refined it a little bit to include improving teachers' confidence as well as teachers' capacity, because we're finding now that a lot of our teachers, they're able to talk the talk within themselves. It's more they're still a little bit shy about presenting the information to the kids in case they get that child who tells them that they're wrong. So we've included improving the teacher's confidence as part of our focus question as well. I sometimes look at it and think we still haven't come very far until I look back at where we started off. While I would like us to be a lot further ahead, realistically, in terms of where we were 2 years ago, with even computers being unplugged and having the cords wrapped around them in the corner of the classroom, and iPads not coming out of the boxes in the storerooms all year, to our iPads are pretty well used several times a week in every classroom, in every class. Our computer lab is used fairly regularly. So while it may not always be the DT curriculum, our ICT general capabilities have definitely improved over the last 2 years. All of our staff and all of our admin have completed at least 7 of the Teachers Can Code modules, ranging from we've done the differences between the DT curriculum and the ICT general capabilities. We've looked at scratch programming. We've looked at digital systems and networks. It's blown their minds a little bit with the fact that we haven't had to go and sit on the computers for every single one of the modules. So we've been lots of plugged activities with it. We also have had 11 staff, so still not quite all. I think we've had, bar our new teachers, we've had all of the kindy through to year 3 teachers complete the CSER MOOC foundation course, plus a handful of others scattered throughout the school. We asked all the teachers to keep a portfolio of, it started off with digital technology lessons that they were doing. Last year that was a bit harder when it was a specialist class. It should have been easier this year, but lots of teachers saw creating a portfolio, just taking photos of things they were doing, as an extra workload. Because we use Class Dojo, a couple classes actually created a special Class Dojo class where it's just themselves and myself as members of that class, so that while they are taking photos for their parents' Class Dojo account, they put some of those photos onto Class Dojo so that I can grab that information as I want. So this year we also to be part of the innovation partnerships. As part of that, we're focusing on STEM. There's a big display in Perth at the end of November for that we are creating a display for. We've asked classes, we haven't made it compulsory, but we've asked classes that if they would like to participate, we've provided them with the STEM learning project activities. We've pointed out that most of those actually link to the curriculum that they have to report on this semester, and we've subtly pointed out the projects that actually have the links to the digital technologies curriculum as well. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 up to me that they will be participating in the project for us, and they have all picked projects with a DT focus so that they can cover things that way. Okay, so this year, as we don't have it as a specialist class, all teachers are teaching it within their classroom, some with more confidence than others. I went into the Year 6 class to give them the starting point on beginning to do coding and programming with their class, and I broke the class up into smaller groups. I took one, gave the teachers a group, and then who were either current or past members of our coding club that I do Mondays after school. So I put those kids in charge of groups that gave the teachers some ideas. So now 2 afternoons a week, those children are teaching the rest of their class how to do the programming. And the teachers are sitting there as students and doing the behaviour management, and a group of the students are teaching their kids how to do code. So as part of the Teachers Can Code workshops, later this term, they're doing an extension of that that's now open as of yesterday, I think, to anyone who wants to enrol. There'll be a digital technologies workshop in Perth with the Australian Computer Academy running that. So they're looking at a scope and sequence of activities linking certain activities to the digital technologies curriculum.
Isn't it amazing that the kids have prepared something for the teachers when the kids knew that they were being away? What a fantastic story.
Yeah.
That's probably the most powerful thing that I'll take away from this. And it's clear that they care for what's happening. They care to the extent that they would go ahead and do that. So it's obviously very meaningful to them. And I'm a bit of a keen follower of the idea of kids doing something that they care about. And that's this, what I love about digital technologies is it gives kids the opportunity to do just that, which is great. Really, Butte, I've found with some of the schools that I'm working with is combining digital technologies with problems that are real for kids, because once they get over the, I can use this software or that software or whatever, they're not going to see any. They've done it. They're in their minds. They've finished. Okay, now I need to move on to something else. Whereas a lot of those bits of software that you referred to are all things that allow them to solve meaningful problems that are meaningful to the kids. There's a lot of those in the United Nations goals for humanity. One of the ones that I've been working on a lot is sustainability, which is rather Butte. So I applaud that. That's just fantastic. Plus the number of teachers that you've managed to coerce to do the season MOOCs, which is wonderful. Because as you have pointed out, I think is great, is that they have found it so worthwhile that they've gone off and done some of the next ones.